Good morning, this is Mama Jess. It's pretty early. I've been up since about 4:30. There's some changes in my life. I just wanted to keep you posted. I'm going to be moving again. That's been a big part of my life. They're asking me to leave because they say that it's too toxic here with me here. Moving to a friend is letting me stay in their place. So I know a lot of you who have been around narcissism, you know what this is like. It's like you live with so much instability, insecurity, confusion. You know, I have been very angry, and I just stood up for myself, and I said, this place tolerates people being abused. And then she proceeded to say I was self-righteous, holier than thou, not behaving like Christ. So if there's anything about Mama Jess that I want to impart to you as a mother figure, I don't ever want you to back down, no matter how hard it is, no matter how many times you have to move. And you're condemned continuously, you're slandered endlessly. People have powwows about you about how you're so awful. I just want you to be super defiant against oppressive people. So I don't know when I'm going to be able to get these videos out, but they will come. So anyway, yeah, you're going to get to watch Mama Jess transition out of a lifetime of being abused, very, very heavily abused by her. And as a young widow, I've looked to him for help and needed him and thought we were going to build a cabin together and stuff. But he is a liar to the bone. And I knew it was time to go when he walked up while I was fighting with his wife, defending myself because I was being so falsely accused. And he was smiling. He was smiling. Like, he's happy when I'm suffering. He's happy when I'm being tortured. And I'm actually going to be filming this. Like, I'm not going to say names, you know, but some people who know me, you'll know who I'm talking about. Because these kind of people need to be exposed for who they are. And I'm going to be a part of that movement that I know is in the Christian church and other people's lives where they're standing up and they're calling people out. Because that's the God I serve. God doesn't like when people are oppressed. Jesus is really serious about it. And I'm not going to follow a little milquetoast, spongy Jesus. He is set like flint, and he is a rock, and he's the only one who will stand up and fight for you to the death. And so that's why I believe in him and I follow him. And I don't follow man, and I don't follow any of these ridiculous pastors that are just condoning all kinds of, you know, abuse in the church and shaming victims. So I don't tolerate that. And I know I've got a lot of skills to teach and a lot of just general wisdom about life, but you know what I want to teach more than anything? is to fight. I want you to fight oppression. I want you to hold people accountable. I want you to trust in God, who is a God of vengeance also, and trust in him to condemn, bring the greater condemnation to people who devour widows' homes. So that's why I love God, because he's gnarly. And he doesn't tolerate this. And I didn't always know that, and now I do. You can't treat people like this, slander them, be two-faced, double-minded, like lying like that about people and falsely accusing the innocent. No, it's not going to happen. And also exploiting people. You know, all they really have wanted, it seems, is just they want my farm skills. I went and got all these skills over the years, and they've taken them all. And now all they do is say, well, you should just go get a regular job. Like, you basically stole my life and all of my courage and creativity to go get a different life that I loved. You've stolen it, and now you want me to go get some crappy job that I hate. Like, they were always giving me like applications for jobs. It's like, it's interesting when you realize that that God is your father, not this narcissistic, diabolical liar user. Actually, he said this years ago in another situation I was in, and he said it'll be good for you to be on the street because you'll learn a lesson. Yeah, that's gnarly. So in part, I mean, a lot of my self-reliance is in part, it's kind of sad that I've had to deal with a man like this and other people like this for years as a young widow. And so I was like, I'm not going to deal with people that treat me like this. So I'm going to get my own tools. I'm going to get everything. And I'm going to learn to do it myself so I don't have to be annihilated with criticism and shame and judgment and just be emotionally extracted of all of my life force and joy and peace and everything. I'm not going to, I'm just going to learn to do it myself. I mean, ideally, if you had a real great dad who loved you and trained you, you could also be equally skilled, and yet this is how I had to get skilled through being so abandoned and hated and shamed. And that's why I want to teach you, and I'm not going to shame you. I love you, and I want you to be bold and brave and confident and trust in God as a God who is so loving and tender, who is also so gnarly that he will crush people. He condemns them. He loads them with the greater condemnation. Jesus said it'd be better off if they were dead, right? And he doesn't give peace and joy to the wicked. So I think it's important that you begin to read scripture if you do believe in Jesus and God and you go to a Christian church. You need to start believing in the real God that doesn't mess around, because Christians, as far as I can tell, are very weak, cowardly, and got this goofy notion of forgiving really easily and like forgiving the perpetrator. Well, they're clearly not repentant. But boy, you're definitely going to have to learn to be hated if you want to live the life that you want in truth and righteousness. And people will use you endlessly. And what's great, though, is that I'm going to pack up all my stuff. And I'm never coming back. Ever. Like, I'm done. And this is a really wonderful feeling of freedom for me. And I think for some of us, it just takes a long time because you were programmed with it in your youth. It takes a long time to realize that your parents really don't love you. And I love a big, powerful God that hates evildoers. Did you know that God hates evildoers? And so do I. It's such great news. I love it. So I'm going to do my first load of the day here. I'm super tired. I feel sick. I'm nauseous. I'm shaking. Anyway, I'm stoked. I love that I know how to tie knots, because look what I can do. I mean, look at this load. This load is so freaking rad. Look at it. It's like, yeah, hee-haw. This is like hillbilly. We're just going. So I definitely want you to learn how to tie knots, because if you want to be free, you're most likely going to be persecuted. And so you have to know how to load your truck and get out. All right, this is Mama Jess, and I will keep you posted on my move. Take care. Bye-bye.